Can you cover the legalities and common legal challenges for a startup software company forming an LLC in California? This is probably a great moment to recommend that any business at least pay for 1 hour to consult with a business attorney in your state to assess what specifically is required in your state to operate legally. You can probably do that for less than $1,000. And you will probably do it once in your life because these laws don't change that often. Or maybe you'll do it every 10 years, but it's the benefit of getting educated by an attorney, understanding your circumstances and identifying what you need to do to legally operate in your state, in my mind is worth the $1,000 or whatever it costs for that meeting with the attorney. Another option is to work with a CPA. In fact, this is my preferred option, or at least my first recommended option. The reason is a CPA also can be very knowledgeable about what needs to be done legally to operate. But a CPA is focused more on taxes and financial compliance than all the other areas of law. But a CPA typically can help you figure out, do you need to collect sales tax? What sort of payroll tax filings do you need to do? CPA may not know as much about what's required for hiring employees. So if you're hiring employees, that might be something you'd bring in an attorney for. For example, a CPA would know what tax forms need to be filled out, but an attorney would know, by law, do you need to have an employee handbook? Are there certain policies or procedures you're required to have? I can tell you in all 50 states, you have to have something posted on the wall or in a spot where employees can see it regarding basic employee rights, regarding wages, as well as often regarding injuries. So I would recommend consulting with a CPA, and usually the CPA can save you thousands of dollars in learning what you can deduct on your taxes. So the CPA pays for herself or himself through that initial consultation where you get a lot of good tips and advice. With that disclaimer aside, in order to operate a software company forming an LLC in California, at a minimum, you'll need to register your LLC in the state. You will have IRS and state tax reporting obligations. You will have data privacy requirements, so a data privacy policy and the various disclaimers that need to be provided both on your website for people who visit that, as well as some sort of provisions in a contract with clients or others you're engaging with. So I'm not sure if I'm answering your question about what are the legalities required for a startup company forming an LLC in California, but hopefully this has helped you identify some of the issues and figure out some of your next steps with meeting with professionals there. I'm Aaron Hall. I'm an attorney for business owners and entrepreneurs. I do this educational channel to help you spot issues to discuss with your attorney, to help you identify ways to avoid problems. But keep in mind, it's an educational channel. This is not a replacement for using an attorney who understands the law in your state, in your jurisdiction, and can take the time to understand your particular goals, concerns, and exceptions that might apply to you. I'd love for you to get the exclusive free resource that we make available to subscribers. It's a list of common legal problems and how to avoid them, and then educational videos talking about how to avoid those problems in your company and set your company up for success. You can get that at aaronhall.com/free. Enter your email address, and we will start sending you that information by email. If you have other questions, feel free to continue to add them here. I will use those questions to answer in a future live Q&A.